Oh, hi, friends. Welcome to Life of Brian. My name's Brian, and this is my life, where on this channel, I take you behind the scenes into the life of Brian. Thank you for stopping by the channel tonight. Got some things that I've wanted to show y'all for a little while now. Do a little show and tell, if you will. The hey, look at me stuff, things that I've got in my collecting. Uh, I will say this is going to be stuff that I got in some things. I'm not going to show everything that I got in January, but a few things that I feel are noteworthy and some things I've already gotten so far in the month of February. So here we go. And as you'll see, as you saw in the title, Good Vibes Only, we'll come back to that here towards the end of the video. But let's look at some of the things that I've gotten. Now, as is glaringly aware, sorry for the shaky camera, with this poster and this poster and this record, wrong way, Leroy. There we go. This record, one of the ones that I got signed by Ace Frehley. I'm a huge Dynasty fan, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. My favorite album by Kiss, 100%, not even going to apologize for it. So that is part of my collecting, and I will say I got a little carried away with all the rabbit holes I was going down last year in 2025 to where this year I'm not going to keep up that same pace. I had to and I'm going to rein myself in, narrowing down my rabbit holes, and I'm really going for a year range. I'm going to stick to 78 to 80 because I love all of the solo albums. I love the solo album art. I love Double Platinum. I love Dynasty. And I love Unmasked. And, well, you know what? I might even go into 81 because I love the older two. Anyway, it's 78 to 81 with a few caveats for Live 2, blah, blah, blah. But that's my going to be my main focus. And cannot leave out the Phantom of the Park. Glorious, glorious Phantom of the Park. So, yeah, those things are going to be that's going to be the focus of my collecting. I think hopefully from here on out with the occasional, caveat, like I said. So a lot of this stuff, as you'll see, is going to be Dynasty related, like this UK cassette that I got. Found it on eBay. I really decided, or not decided, but I realized that I didn't have a whole lot of foreign stuff. Like, the Dynasty you can see over my shoulder is got a Japanese obi. That was my first foreign pressing. I mean, you got to start somewhere. So, not that I'm going to get carried away, but especially when it comes to Dynasty, I think I'm going to branch out a little more. And I'm also calling myself out on having a little bit of case of FOMO from time to time. And when I saw, I'm not on Facebook a whole lot, but I get on there occasionally, and I am a part of the page Kiss My Wax because I like seeing what people post on there, what people find, and people even sell things, of their own collection that I may or may not have. So I like that page a lot, and I've learned a lot from it. One of the guys that runs the page mentioned that he had heard through the grapevine that some Kiss vinyl were going to go out of print, like the special edition stuff, the colored vinyls. Well, one of them was the Resurrected on the orange vinyl. Well, I think it was already gone on Kiss Online. So I went on to the UK Kiss Online site, and they still had them. And so I had to get one. I mean, I say had to. It was the whole FOMO thing. I had to get one. And while I was there, while I was on the UK Kiss Online site, I found some Dynasty things that we don't have on the US one, like this button pack. Sorry for the glare from my camera. The button set. Uh, what else did I get off that? Oh, this bandana. came from UK. Actually came pretty fast, obviously, because it's stuff that they've already had apparently. So I had to add that stuff to the collection. And I also got this off of eBay. Now, this is a Japanese Dynasty CD. I also made up my mind that I'm going to start getting more into the CD realm because I'm big time into physical media, obviously, with LP. And I'm starting to gain a collection. There's the back of the Obi. Starting to gain a collection of, DVDs, special edition DVDs, Blu-rays, blah blah blah. So, and I collect, trying to get the whole Kiss discography on cassette, CD, whatnot. So physical media is huge for me, as it is a lot of collectors. And I also have the car that I have, and I've only had it for a little over a year, about 14 months. It's a 2021, but it has a CD player in it, so I can actually utilize CDs, as I bought a special Japanese MQA version of Double Platinum, which is amazing. Anyway, that's off topic, but that led into me getting this Japanese Dynasty off eBay. Was at my local record store not too long ago, and I got the remastered Dynasty because why not? I didn't already have it, and I have the remastered Unmasked CD. So both of these posters that are from the album, good grief, both of these posters that are from the albums are also in the CDs, and I think I'm going to try to do something like I did with these two. I'm going to, whatever, you could see them over my shoulder, those two posters. I'm going to do something like that with the little posters that are in the liner notes of the CDs. Well, I've mentioned him on here a few times, Brian's Kiss Vinyl, not me. Another Brian has a Facebook page of all things Kiss, officials, bootlegs. Well, his bootlegs have expanded from vinyl to CDs now, and I got this 5 CD set of the Dynasty oh my lord, sessions, easy for me to say, which has, you know, I think there's bootleg albums of this that, have the same thing on them, different longer versions, session versions of different songs off the album. I had to have that. Moving away from Dynasty, I also bought a Japanese, trying to hold the, you'll see in a second, Japanese Creatures CD, which has an Obi with it. Nothing special about it. It's just Japanese. I'm trying to keep my camera off the case. This Obi, is pretty cool. For all of you that can read that, I mean, we know the we know the track list, right? But I thought it was cool. I like Creatures as well. I don't have a whole lot outside of the that half speed remaster that they did not too long ago. I have that on vinyl. I have the non makeup cover on vinyl, and I believe that's it. I would really like to have the whatever year anniversary that has the 3 LP that's blue vinyl. I would love to have that. Found this magazine on eBay, Kiss Guitarists. Found that. Was super stoked to win that bid or win that auction on eBay. And the same time I bought the Dynasty Remaster CD at my record store, I found this songbook for $10. Got that too. Moving away from Kiss a little bit, as I've also stated that I don't state a whole lot, so you may have forgotten that I love Star Wars. And in the whole Star Wars franchise, The Empire Strikes Back, is my absolute favorite. So I found a hardback version of that book, which I have a couple copies of the paperback. Found this, never seen this one before, so I had to have this one, as well as this. This thing just exudes awesome all the way through it. And, for those of you like me that like Star Wars and love Empire, you'll understand my geekiness of why I love it so much. And hot off the porch from today, the biggest thing that I've wanted, biggest in whatever, not size, quote unquote, biggest. Something that I've seen uh, different collectors talk about on their videos and even show a little bit on their videos. It's a specific book, and I haven't been able to find it. And when I have, either I didn't have the money for it at the time, or drug my feet too long and missed out on it. Well, I finally now have the hottest brand in the land, which when I was able to pull the trigger on this auction, I found it on eBay. It was sealed when I got it. It was in shrink cellophane. I haven't even cracked the binding yet. I haven't even opened it. But just the mere fact that I have this thing, just it's almost like I don't even know how to describe it. And you might be saying to yourself, it's just a book, Bill. Well, maybe. But to some of us, it's really not. I've grown to learn that that book for Kiss collectors is our Bible. And now that I have one, I'm going to go to church, metaphorically speaking. So I love I love all of this so much. I don't know what I'm going to do with that bandana. It may be wall art. I don't know. You can also see I've got some of the KOL Kiss Online mirrors back here. I've got Destroyer, and then this one is Dynasty, but that one right over here, that's Dynasty mirror. So yeah, that's what I've gotten through January and so far into February. I mean, I've gotten a couple other things, but they're not really video show and tell worthy. But the book, how I know about that book and the gravity of that book and what it means to Kiss collectors and why I started all of this off and in the title with Good Vibes Only is my basis for this channel, where what gave me the gumption to start this channel is Rick Howard, who has the channel It's All For You Demon. He is a big driving force behind me doing these videos on this channel and my collecting life for at least the last year, if not longer. If you don't know his channel, It's All For You Demon, I highly recommend you check it out. The man is a unapologetic, passionate Kiss fan at his core, dog loving husband, Kiss fan, who has been through mine, yours, and everybody else's share of shit within the last 2.5 years. I don't want to dive too far into his personal life. He shared a lot of it on his own channel. You can watch his videos there. But over the course of, and I don't know that he'd mind me sharing this, but over the course of the last year and a half, even up to the last few days as I'm filming this, today is Tuesday, February 10th, he's had to put down 3 of his fur babies, his girls. Not all at the same time, but you know, most people, if they do that many, it's over the course of their life, not in a year and a half span, which this man's had to do. He and his wife both. And so, Rick, from me and from every other Kiss fan, collector, whoever that's watching this with me, we're sending you and your wife all of the good vibes we can muster, all of the happiness, all of the love that we can send to you, just to let you know that you're not alone and we're all here for you, and we'll do anything you need us to do. You just say the word. We all love you. We thank you for what you do for this community all the time. Things that go unseen, they don't go unnoticed. We see your hand in a lot of things that go around with our Kiss fan community. And so I just wouldn't feel right if I did this video right now, knowing what I know, and not tell you and let everybody in on what you're dealing with, and that we're all thinking of you. You're in our hearts, you're in our thoughts, as are your girls. And I'm just going to leave it at that. We love you and thank you for everything. So that's it for this evening. Thank you for staying through all of this. Thank you for taking a stab on this channel and sitting down with me and looking through some of the things that I've got over the last month, month and a half. I don't really have anything on the pipeline right now. This hottest brand in the land book that I got was the last thing that I was waiting on. So from here on out, it's going to be, pretty new. I don't have anything in my I have stuff in my watch list on eBay, but nothing that I'm bidding on currently. So anyway, I'll have to gear up get some more stuff in store to do another video. Thank you for listening to my rambling all the time. Appreciate all of you. Hope, as I said a minute ago, this is a Tuesday, February 10th. Hope all of you are having a great week so far. For all of you, I'm a single guy. For all of you husbands and boyfriends, fiancés, whatever, do not wait until on your drive home Friday or even sometime Saturday to get your wife or girlfriend or fiance something for Valentine's Day, or take her out. If you haven't already, start planning now. She'll thank you for it. Anyway, that's my little PSA to all you guys that are in relationships. We'll see you down the road. Thank y'all. Happy hunting. Remember to have fun.